flip of the coin. Let's see if we can fumble around with this deck and get ourselves into too many mistakes here. The tough choices, turn one. Do we play the Shaymin or the Hoopa-EX as our starter? I think I want to put the Shaymin out. I'd be interested to know what the objectively... There's definitely one of these is objectively correct to start with. They both have different setup abilities when you put them onto your... When you put them onto the bench, so... Scissor EX for my opponent who is on the play. You guys can't hear my music, right? I just want to confirm that. I want my archive to be okay, but I've got music playing in my headphones. It shouldn't be coming through. So you got a bunch more Scissor EX. During your opponent's next turn, any damage on this Pokemon is reduced by 20. This Pokemon was on the bench. Became an active Pokemon this turn. It does. Okay. Don't hear music. Perfect. Thank you, Monty. Let's go ahead and start on Hoopa-EX here, which goes ahead and searches up 3 EX Pokemons from my deck. Let's get a Darktina here. And probably a Salamence. And this guy, just go get a smorgasbord of dragons. Just here, Crowd Man. How's it going, Deathly? Grown man, large child. You know, details really. Does this count as a dragon? Or these are the only dragon ones, right? The ones with the weird the dragon shape in the corners, what determines dragons, that I can put the dragon thing on them. Let's go ahead and elixir, grab that, put it on here. Then I can attach this to here. Then what does this do? It does 20 damage more for each dark energy attached to all of my Pokemon. What's the trick that these are in the deck? I guess I should have looked at the deck a little bit more. That probably would have been a good idea. I could Ultra Ball for something here. So I could Fighting Fury Belt onto this, but I think I'd rather just like Ultra Ball for a Shaymin here and gas up. So grab our second Shaymin. Let's double check here. What is... Yeah, I might play this game in paper a little bit. It seems sweet. There's a regional that's fairly close to my house in March, and another one that's fairly close to my house in June, so I'm thinking about picking up some paper cards. I would like to draw till I have 6 cards in my hand. Thank you. Hey, look, there's a double Dragon Energy. So I can go ahead and Max Elixir again here. And Straight Brick. God, that card's such a tilt. So Max Elixir looks at the top 6 cards of our deck, and if it finds a basic energy, it'll attach to one of our guys. So I haven't played a supporter yet. Supporters are these slightly more powerful trainer cards that you can only play one of a turn. I think I'm gonna verse Seeker here, and then go ahead and grab this Olympia since I haven't played a supporter yet, and then Olympia, the Darktina with energy on it, up into play here, and go ahead and Dark Pulse. This should do 60. Yeah. Pass back to my opponent's turn here. I am told by my friend who helped get me all of these cards and decks that all of the decks that I'm playing are considered competitive. I am going to be fumbling around with them, so they might not be the best example of how to play them well competitively, but I'm told the decks are competitive. And my opponent conceded. I'm gonna look at this deck again. I feel like I must be missing something with some combination. Oh, look, free stuff. Oh, we have coins and we can open some packs. We'll open some packs here in a little bit. So what this card? Your opponent's if your it does 80 more. This just doesn't seem particularly impressive. I guess it's just got a high. It's got a high hit point count. Is that why it's good? That's probably why it's good. It's got a high hit point count while you set up your dragons, and then the dragons knock them down. That's probably it. Let's play another game, see if we get a feel for it. I didn't quite understand the Rainbow Road deck the first couple times we played it either. Still getting a feel for Pokemon in general, so playing new decks in it is definitely interesting. Dark Pulse can do a lot of damage. That's fair. Any specific reason I'm playing Pokemon? I'm just making a point to try out all of the different card games, especially ones that offer reasonable digital clients. And, you know, Magic's constructed formats aren't particularly interesting right now. The SCG Tour scaled back a lot next year, so I'm looking for other things that offer cash tournaments. Hex has cash tournaments, but they only do 6 cash tournaments per year right now at the end of each of their 2-month seasons. And Pokemon has a large, a very large company behind it. Then they have regular cash tournaments in paper, so it seems interesting. And the digital client is very reasonable. All the cards having the same name really doesn't get me. If you've played Magic, the cards in this game having the same name and different sets to differentiate them really isn't any different than having like Gideon ally of Zendikar and Gideon Jura being different Gideons. It's just instead of looking at the surname and the name slot in the card, we're looking at a set symbol. It's not that different in my opinion. Wait, what? I ran out of time. Well, that's the first oddity I've seen on the client. Let's get up here. Because you only need, and then you can set up other mons and make Dark Pulse strong in the meantime. Okay, that makes sense. Been one of my buddies plays a lot of Pokemon. Has played a lot of Pokemon in the last year. He's the account that I'm borrowing with all these decks on it, and I promised him after the Players Championship I'd take a look into it. I've been playing this off and on for like the last 2 weeks. You can find a bunch of archives of me playing different things on Expanded and Standard on my YouTube channel. And the gameplay in this game is very reasonable, which I was not. I feel like there's this kind of I'm blanking on the word I'm looking for, but there's this kind of like stigma. There's a stigma among like Magic players and other TCG players that are like, it's Pokemon. It can't particularly be that interesting or that complex or that complicated to do. But I think there's a lot of complexity in this game that I just honestly wasn't expecting. Yeah, a lot of these Pokemon that are not Gen 1 and Gen 2, I stopped playing in Gen 2 as a child. That's funny. It looks like we're playing a mirror match, actually. It's not even that they stick their nose up at anime games, Glorious Moat. It's that most Magic players have this, and for a while it was almost, I'd almost say it was rightfully so that like their game, nah, I don't even know if that's true, that their game, they just have like this superiority complex for any game that's like Magic has the best game design and Magic has the best company, etc., 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 and that was all that they were like, it was like beaten into them almost. It's like that was the company line, and like even those people weren't paid by the company, it was like they were like had this brand loyalty to Magic because they own thousands of dollars worth of Magic cards, so they're committed to protecting this brand that they're basically indebted to because they own all these cards. And, you know, I see a lot of that animosity, especially with, you know, Hex, because it's a lot closer to Magic than, you know, Pokemon. Like Pokemon, the gameplay is fairly distinct from Magic, whereas Hex, it's like Eternal or Hearthstone or all these other, you know, you play one resource to turn games and you play cards using your resources, that they're all have a lot of similarities to Magic. I'm pretty sure we're just about to get smashed here. Yeah, but you see, a lot of the people that actually complain about that don't understand it. Magic sues lots of people that they would lose lawsuits against, and there was a very similar lawsuit from a company that had more money to fight it. That, you know, that the smaller company ended up winning the lawsuit because it's just you can't it's like patenting calculus and other things like that. It's just you can't patent these very simple, basically common ideas. And Hex had less money because they were a smaller company, so they settled out of court. And people point to that, and they're like, blue, 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 blue. Like, it's just very frustrating. Honestly, not having to. I'm just gonna concede. I really don't want to play a mirror match, and we are getting destroyed anyways. Um, I would like to go first. Thank you. Well, we're gonna put Dragonite out in front here. This has a ability when it comes onto our bench, so just like Hoopa does, but Hoopa is more important right now because we need to get some Pokemon actually going here. Let's go ahead and play this. I would like to search my deck for some EX Pokemon. I'll get this. I'll get one of these, and I'll get Shaymin here. And then we'll go ahead and stock the bench up here. So let's play this, and then play this, and then put a Fighting Fury belt on here, and then put a Fighting Fury belt on here, and then put a Dark Energy on here, and then play Max Elixir and Brick, and then Tilt because I hate Max Elixir. I get that the card's powerful, but it's very tilt-inducing. I haven't actually done the math on these Max Elixirs yet, but I feel like most of these decks playing Max Elixir are playing at least one energy too few for it to be reasonable. I'll go ahead and grab another Pokemon out of my deck here with the Ultra Ball, and then we'll go ahead and play this N. What N does is it shuffles both players' hands into their deck, and then we each draw a new hand equal number of prize cards we have. So I'm going to shuffle these two in and draw 6, and they're going to shuffle their 6 in and draw 6. I could do more stuff here, like I could Ultra Ball for stuff, but I don't have any spots on my bench, so we're just going to go ahead and... Am I going to pass the turn? Yeah, we could Super Rod and put 1 energy back in my deck, but that doesn't really do anything. It'd be in a D spot if that Elixir would have hit something and would have been able to... have 2 Dark Energy on here, and we could start Chaos Wheeling next turn. But unfortunately, we missed. Alright, what are they doing? There's some kind of Eevee deck? Okay, that's cute. Maybe there's some kind of Rainbow Road variant with Eevee. Alright, I'm going to take one of our energies away anyways. Haha, Tails! Joke's on you. Tackle, alright. I think I'm just going to... So, this is actually kind of an interesting decision. I could Versus Seeker, which returns a supporter from my discard pile to my hand, and I could Versus Seeker an N, which gives my opponent +1 card. Double Dragon count as 2 Dark Energy. Oh, that's interesting. That's the combo. Got it. I could... Sycamore gets me more cards and doesn't give them an extra card, but, like, discarding both my Versus Seeker here kind of hurts, but I guess I really don't want to redraw any of these cards either. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Sycamore here. That could be wrong. I'm willing to accept that that could be wrong, so feel free to tell me if you think I'm incorrect in doing what I just did. Provide reasoning as always. Float Stone's not the worst. It's going to let me move this Dragonite for free here eventually. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this out here just in case my opponent plays another end next turn. I'm going to play out this Parallel City. Knock out my opponent's Stadium. I'm going to go ahead and slide an energy onto this Dragon. Not going to Super Rod just yet, so go ahead and pass turn. And this guy, so we need a double Dragon Energy for him, and then we'll be able to Chaos Wheel, which your opponent can't play Pokemon tools, energy, or stadium cards from their hand during their next turn. It's pretty powerful. No, don't attack my energies. I like my energies. Aha, they missed again. Alright, so we found a Hex Maniac, we found a Switch. He took my Float Stone off, is that what happened there? My Float Stone is no longer there, so I think I'm going to go ahead and play this Switch out here and put my Dragon Pokemon up here. And then I'm going to go ahead and Sycamore and hope to find a double Dragon Energy here in my next 7 cards. We found a bunch of double Dragon Energies, God bless. Alright, Trainer Mail. I guess I'll grab a Sycamore for later. Wouldn't mind finding an Elixir here. There's an Elixir. Sweet. So we can start elixiring the... probably the Dratini. Grab that. Put it on. Yeah, I'm going to put this on here. And we'll go ahead and put this out here, and then we'll hit you for 110, and then you can't do stuff next turn. Cha-cha-cha. Another double Dragon Energy. Well, this game's looking good for us. Hope everyone's having a good Friday evening or possibly Saturday morning wherever you're at in the world. I'm just hanging out, playing some more Pokemon cards. Getting a feel for the different things that exist in this format. That's rude, opponent. Oh no, my poor Dragonite is weak to lightning. Yeah, I can only put this on these two. I guess we're just waiting on a switch. I guess I could slide this out on here. That's not really doing anything for a while. Although I guess if I find a switch or a float stone... There's 2 switches in the deck, and I've only got 1, and there's 2 float stones. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to do this, and then Sycamore here. Huh. I suppose I can Ultra Ball and make sure that those are in my deck. I can even thin the deck a little bit here. Let's do that. I'm going to discard these anyways if I do. So I have a float stone. I don't have another switch in here. Huh. So do I want to bin these to try and find the switch? I think I do. I've got 7. I got 7 looks at a 1-outer and 12 cards. Yeah, there's my float stone. Oh, and I had trainer mails too. Yeah, that's definitely right. Alright, put the float stone on there. Knock this out. My opponent has a Versus Seeker. Oh, no, they can't Versus Seeker because that's an item or a tool. Versus Seeker is an item. Yeah, they can't Versus Seeker, so unless they have another Lysandre, this should be good. That doesn't matter because this is going to be able to knock their guy out. Dark Pulse do infinite damage. Actually, I can retreat this, so... we'll play Magic again when I feel compelled to play Magic for whatever reason. So they did get to Professor Sycamore there, so they probably have more bench Pokemon to throw out. Wait. Tools, special energy. Oh, they can still play items. Okay, I'm silly. Eradicate, that's still dead. Discard an energy attached direct to Pokemon. Well, that's actually pretty annoying. So I guess we can... They don't know that they're still dead. To get rid of one of those. And then... If I've been told correctly, this Dark Pulse should just do a ton of damage here. Let's Trainer Mail and see what the last few cards in our deck are. With Dragon Energy, a Versus Seeker, and that. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and hit done. So I could Versus Seeker back one of my supporters here. I think I'm just going to hold this in case I need to Olympia, in case he, like, Lysandres me again here. Oh, I probably should have grabbed the other Versus Seeker out of there, actually. That's probably something that was worth doing. I was grabbing the other Versus Seeker. Yep, there's a Lysandre, so they're probably going to Lysandre up. This lets them switch my Pokemon to an active Pokemon of their choice. So let's go ahead and Versus Seeker and grab Olympia. Yeah. Go ahead and Olympia. Put this up. I'm going to go ahead and slide an energy onto this Stork, and then go ahead and Chaos Wheel here. Knock this Joltik out. It's 120. I guess maybe I should have put the Darkrai up, because this actually would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times it does 140 right now. 160, and this would be 180. Huh. And I can't just retreat this because then this will do less damage. How do prize? Yeah, the prize cards, after you have your starting hand and your basic Pokemon in play, you draw 6 random cards off the top of your deck for your prize cards. Captivating Pokefluff. Your opponent reveals his or her hand and put any number of basic Pokemon you find there onto their bench. Sure. Sycamore's pretty good. Pretty good one of their last cards to have. So if I can knock this Mew out... So this Pokemon my opponent has here is an EX Pokemon, which gives me 2 prizes when I knock it out. So I'm pretty sure there's a Versus Seeker left in my deck that I didn't take earlier. And what that means is if I Sycamore and grab the Versus Seeker the Verse Seeker can let me pick this Olympia up and then switch up my Darkrai here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think this works how I want it to work. Otherwise, I'm remembering incorrectly. Yeah, okay, sweet. So I can slide this out on here, and then I can go ahead and play this and grab my Olympia. Oh no! Oh, I'm so dumb! Oh wait, I don't think this is still lethal. Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot that I can only play one supporter per turn. I forgot that I can only play one supporter per turn. I don't think this is lethal. Let's check. 150. Nope, was lethal anyways. I'm an idiot. Doesn't matter. Excellent. All right. Is an idiot got there anyways? Well, I feel like we need to crack some packs after managing to win despite myself. I always do that too. Your attack is terminate plus card draw. Yep, that's really the truth. And we'll open some Roaring Skies packs here. So the coins that you earn in game, you can use them to buy packs that are then locked to your account. This is my buddy's account still, but oh no. And then I go collection packs. What do we got here? So we can open. There's four locked booster packs here. So we wanna open up the locked packs because you can't trade them anyways. Survey says, "Hey, look at that! That looks like a real card. You got an EX Pokemon. Let's open another, shall we?" You know what, Glorious? Honestly, you just need to move on. You got to stop waiting for him to make Magic Online better. It's never gonna get made better. There's plenty of other games out there. Look at a double Dragon Energy. Look at how sweet that is. Open the last locked one here. Pokemon's great. Hex is great. Eternal's reasonable. You know, there's lots of great digital games out there. Ooh, that's a dragon. Once during your turn before this attacks this Pokemon, your active Pokemon, you may attach fire energy from your hand to one of your dragon Pokemon. That's pretty good for a non-EX. Alright, it's done. Let's play some more with this Dragon deck. Yeah, Intangible Hawk, me too. Game's kind of sweet. No, Pokemon does not have a limited format, which is, one of the other things that makes me like it a lot more. I don't really like limited anyways, so to know that if I wanted to play at whatever the highest level of Pokemon is, there wouldn't be any limited, that sounds great. Okay. Is this the same person we played earlier? It's kind of wild that I haven't played against this deck that we're playing right now before, and now we've played a mirror twice tonight already. That's weird. Oh, that's a dragon Pokemon we're not playing. If there's a stadium card in play, retreat cost of each of your dragon Pokemon is 2 less. This attack isn't affected by any effects in your opponent's active Pokemon. Sure, that doesn't seem particularly good. I guess it's a neat one to search up so your dragon Pokemon can retreat easier. This is the standard format that we are playing right now. Alright, what are we doing here? Dragon Energy on here seems like a fine idea. Fighting Fury Belt seems like a fine idea. You can go ahead and Ultra Ball the Maniac and the Super Rod. And go get a Hoopa. And get my... yeah, Hoopa's the one I'm thinking of, right? I believe it's a year. Yeah, we'll grab Hoopa-EX here, and then Hoopa goes and gets more Pokemans, and then you have a Pokemon party. I'm a Pokemon bench. Alright, let's go ahead and play this. I would like to search my deck for 3 EX Pokemon. I'll grab this, a Shaymin, and my other dragon. No, the data tools associated with Pokemon TCG right now are pretty poor. There's no goldfish equivalent. The tracking on major tournaments is basically non-existent, it feels like. Like, there's some, like, random top 8 reports from larger tournaments here and there, but nothing that centralizes everything like we have nicely for Magic. Let's go ahead and do this and lock out some of their bench slots here. Probably, yeah, lose the Shaymin. Let's go ahead and Max Elixir here. And Brick Tilt! Tilt Elixir! Is that what I said? I said Tilt Elixir, right? Tilt Elixir! Da da da! I'm just gonna go ahead and end here, I think. Yeah, might as well. Already played an energy out this turn. And go ahead and put this on here and then pass the turn. Seems reasonable. So God, what does this do? Does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to both active Pokemon. Huh. And then they took away my energy. That's so sad. I have no power here. Salamence is gonna hit like a... He's gonna hit like a truck. My opponent's got a bunch of EX Pokemon, so this does 210 with the Beastly Fang. His Beastly Fang ain't messing around. Ain't no fang like a chicken wing. Let's go ahead and put this on Salamence here. I'm just gonna go ahead and Sycamore here, I think. I guess I could put the Float Stone out here on someone. Might as well, right? Just put it on Hoopa just in case they get Lysandred out. Yep, it's completely free to install and get going with. Trainer Mail seems okay. Grab an Elixir here. My God, this card! I'm just gonna cut every copy of this card from the decks that I play it in. It's in all of these decks. I know it. I know it's good. 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 We'll play this out and pass the turn. Next turn, we could put the Double Dragon Energy on the Salamence here and then switch it into play and start knocking their guys out. Literally every digital card game that isn't Magic Online is completely free to play and grind in, should you choose. And this follows similar models to all of those, but it has a trading system at least, which is nice. Yeah, I love when people use that term. They're like, "Oh, it's completely free." It's like nothing's really completely free. Like you're always paying in time or money. It's just they give you the option in how you're choosing to pay. And so I love when people are like, "Oh, you paid to win." No, I paid with my money, and you just haven't committed enough time yet. That's gonna one hit KO me. Nope, because I've got a belt on. Yes, I do. All right, so what are we doing here? So I'm putting the double dragon. Give him the old double dragon on here. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch this with this. And this is 220 hit points right now. And this is only doing 210. That's sad. Am I through both my fighting belts already? I've got one. I am through both my fighting belts already. That's unfortunate. I should have thought about this. Is there anything I can do to rectify my mistake? I don't think there is. I haven't touched Hex Mage in a long time. When I do paper testing or digital testing for Magic, I do use cockatrice for the friends. Generally speaking, you can find recordings of me doing that on my what's it called channel, my YouTube channel. Man, I could like put a float stone on here and like send this up. I am. They're set up a lot better than we are right now. So the 170, and this does damage equal to the amount of dark energy he has. And he's got 1, 2, says 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's doing 180 right now. None of my guys are surviving a hit for 180. So let's go ahead and put. Yeah, let's just put this on here. And then retreat this for the Hoopa that's going to get knocked out and pass the turn, I guess. I guess I can do this. Hey, look at that. We finally hit with that card. Excuse me, put that on here. Do I want a Super Rod? I guess I could take... I probably should have Super Rodded before Elixiring there, since I would have been putting 2 energies back into my deck. And like some of these cards are like reprints of the original cards. Like Professor Sycamore is just a reprint of Professor Oak. Discard your hand, draw 7. They're just supporters now instead of regular trainer cards, since we have that differentiation like we didn't used to. God, he just knocked off one of my energies. That's... yeah. This deck doesn't seem great. Let's try one more, and then we'll try something else that's new. You're getting thoroughly smashed. Yeah, these EX Pokemon are the things that most of these decks play now. And the EX Pokemon just like outclass a lot of the non-EX Pokemon. They have to do something especially. They have to do something especially broken, like Xeranas, to be worth playing. I'd like to go first. And in Pokemon, you only get to mulligan if you don't have a basic in your opener, so we're going to go ahead and have to mulligan this hand that has a bunch of energies and a couple trainers and no basic in it. have a Darkrai. Done. Put our prizes out there. Opponent flips up their Pokemons. Oh, and I'm on the play, right? Zaru. Choose a random card in your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into Whiny Voice. Okay. That must evolve into something really good. Or it's just good to take cards out of our hand, I guess, in the early game. I'm going to go ahead and play an energy on here. Go ahead and Trainer Mail. Grab the only stadium we can grab. If you're watching on YouTube in the future, I hit a Twitch connection issue here real quick that I'm going to solve. Go ahead and put this Parallel City into play and lock my opponent's bench Pokemon out. Alright, we're back on Twitch. Yay. Alright, refresh. I don't know if you can hear me say that, you don't need to refresh. I'm going to go ahead and end here. Shuffle our hands back into our deck and draw some new cards. Got some more basics to put into play here. Go ahead and put the Salamence out. You can play this Max Elixir here. And by that I mean discard a card and look at the top few cards of our... God bless it! What a tilting card. I don't think I've ever played a card more tilting than this card. Good lord. I think it does nothing more than it does something. Just like has no text box more often than it has a text box. Hey, this is the guy we opened, right? Yeah, it is. So opponent looks to be playing one of the decks that we have a variation of built, I believe. That we might consider here in a little while. Go ahead and put this Parallel City out here, knock out their stuff off the bench again. This is actually going to knock this out, right? And just put this on here. And then go ahead and Dark Pulse. Yep, does 60 total. Which is how many hit points this has? Grab a prize. Yay, prizes. Another Sky Stadium. So if you can turn this into the MEX version, it doesn't attack, it does 30 damage times the amount of bench Pokemon they have. So if they can stack the bench Pokemon up, we're going to be in trouble here. Sky Stadium, or Sky Field, allows our opponent to have up to 8 Pokemon on each bench, so... There's a Sycamore. What a Sycamore indeed. And a stack, yep. Alright. Scale of 1 to dead. I can only assume we are sliding. Whoa, Hoopa gets MEX Pokemon. That makes sense, I guess. It does say any EX Pokemon, right? Yep. Level that up. You're going to put a DCE on here and knock me out? I can only assume there's a double colorless energy in my future. Got a Shaymin here. Draw 3 if they don't already have the double colorless energy. Oh crap, Deathly, that reminds me. I forgot. My editor is supposed to tag me on Twitter when my posts go live, and I always forget. that they go live on Fridays when they do them, because I'm just doing so many other things. It's just I forgot to promote my article again today because he didn't tag me when it went live. That's unfortunate. I like my hand. Oh, they didn't play and they're just getting it back. Sure. Alright, so let's play this. They didn't actually have an energy there, so that's really good for us. And then we can play this Parallel City out here, which is going to take my opponent's bench from 8 down to 3. So they're going to have to sacrifice a bunch of these little Pokemons here. Get them out of here. Clean them up. Take them home. We don't want them here. Concedes. Got him. Get him. Got him. Good. Alright. I assumed you read the preview, but it did go up today. The articles go up on Fridays there. Never not heads. Aha! See? Never not heads. I'd like to go first. Thank you. Yep. We got a Tilt Elixir here. The old Max Tilt. Max Tiltery here. Go ahead and stack my bench up here. Volcanion. Alright, let's go ahead and Elixir here to start before we... God, you can't... You just can't even make this shit up. Oh, God. Alright, well, let's put this on here, and then let's Ultra Ball for a Hoopa, and Hoopa for a Shaymin and some other toys, I guess. Sure, real life. Alright, I would like to get up to 3. We're going to get 2. We're going to grab a Shaymin and the Salamence here. Because we only have 5 bench slots, so let's just fill the bench up. So we'll play Salamence out, and then we'll play Shaymin out here. Shaymin will draw us up to 6 cards in our hand. I would like to drop to 6, thank you. Hey, got some double Dargon energies here. Gonna go ahead and put this... wait, did I already play an energy? Oh, I played an energy on there, didn't I? Have I not? I haven't played a supporter yet this turn, have I? So let's first Seeker and grab the Hex Maniac here. And go ahead and Hex Maniac just because. Locks my opponent out of doing stuff next turn. Pass the turn here? Yeah, I'm going to pass the turn. Hold, play 1 card on my opener, and then bin it and draw 7 new ones. Fair game. They did put a Fire Energy here, so their deck uses Volcanion with this Volcanion to discard energies using the Steam Up ability here, and then deal large amounts of damage in single hits. Basically, all the different Pokemon decks have various ways to get very large amounts of damages in single attacks. He hit with his Tilt Elixir. That's not even fair. Your Tilt Elixir's not allowed to hit. That's not how this works. Alright, a Verse Seeker. I'm going to attach this Dragon Energy to that, I guess. Am I just passing here? I guess I could technically Hex Maniac again. Oh, he's got a Hoopa in his hand that we know about, right? Yeah, so I guess we're definitely Hex Maniacing again. Just like time walking, basically. Because this makes it so he can't Hoopa into nonsense. Hoopa into Shaymin into nonsense. It also means he doesn't want to end or Sycamore this turn because he's got a Hoopa in his hand. And he wants to get deployed. Whoa! That's pretty good for us. Yeah, sure. Let's put this up. I guess it's medium for us. I don't actually know if this is good for us. I guess we'll find out. Sycamore. Are you going to Sycamore? Really? Just like get rid of the Hoopa? That would be so good for us. Oh yeah, he needs an energy, I guess. Wow, that Maniac was really good. Yeah, discard that Hoopa that you Ultra Balled for. Okay, hit me for 140 here. Nope. 130, sure. So slide this out here, and then... Choose attacks done by this is reduced by 20. I think I'm actually going to put the other side of Parallel City on here so his attacks do 20 less. I don't think that's completely unreasonable. I'm going to flip this around. This is not the reason we play it, but it's what we're going to do. Because I don't really need this Shaymin or this Hoopa on my bench. Go ahead and Chaos Wheel here. God, his Tilt Elixir hits every time. Why do their Tilt Elixirs always hit? I think we're just about to get destroyed here. They get to switch and then Steam Artillery us. This is going to be our last game with this deck. This deck doesn't seem particularly good. Either that or I'm really bad at playing it, but we were winning way more games with Rainbow Road than we were with this at this point. We'll take a draw step here, but probably just going to pack it in. Looking pretty dead. Alright, Trainer Mail. Show me what you got. Sure. Alright, put energy on here. This is standard. Go ahead and end. We shuffle our hands back into our deck, and they'll draw 4 cards. They have 4 prizes, and we'll draw 6 because we have 6 prizes. Trainer Mail, see what we got. We have a Float Stone, a Versus Seeker, and Ultra Ball. Yeah, I don't think any of these really matter. Let's just try something else. This deck doesn't seem particularly good.